Today we're going to dive into a story that's all about profound faith and just incredible resilience. It's a story that has been told for generations as the ultimate example of patience. We're talking about the life of Prophet Ayyub.
And really, the whole thing starts with a massive question. How much can a single person actually go through before their faith, their spirit, just starts to crack? I want you to keep that question in your mind as we get into his amazing story. So our story begins, maybe surprisingly, not in hardship, but in a world of just immense peace and blessings. This was Prophet Ayyub's life before his faith was put to the ultimate test. I mean, Ayyub was blessed with everything you could possibly imagine. Huge stretches of fertile land, herds of animals, a beautiful home, and a big, loving family. He was famous for his generosity. Seriously, nobody ever left his home without help. But here's the thing. His greatest treasure wasn't all that stuff. It was his unshakable faith and this deep, deep sense of gratitude.
This was his constant state of mind. You see the quote here, which means, "O Allah, you have given everything." It didn't matter if he was looking at his kids or his land, his very first thought was always of thanks. He just understood on a really deep level that every single blessing came from God and he never ever forgot that.
But this life of gratitude, of peace, it was about to face the ultimate test. A challenge was made, one that basically claimed his faith was only strong because his life was comfortable.
So here's the central conflict. On one side, you have Shaitan, or Satan, who is just filled with jealousy. He's arguing that Ayyub's devotion is all about the good stuff he has. He says, take it all away and I guarantee he'll turn his back on you. But on the other side, Allah knew the real strength of Ayyub's heart, and so permission was given for a truly great trial to begin.
And this trial? Well, it wasn't gentle. It was a sudden, completely overwhelming storm that just stripped away everything he cherished. A real cascade of tragedies was about to hit.
The losses just came one after another in these devastating waves. First, a huge storm just wipes out his wealth, his lands, his animals, all gone in a flash. Then came a blow that is just unimaginable, absolutely heartbreaking. The house where his children were all gathered collapses and he loses every single one of them. And as if that wasn't enough, his own body is then hit with a terrible illness that leaves him weak and in constant pain.
So what was his response to this unbelievable devastation?
His words were, Allah gave and Allah has taken away. Praise be to God. In the face of losing literally everything, there was no anger, no despair, no complaining, just pure, heartbreaking acceptance. It's just incredible. You see, the test wasn't just about the sudden shock of loss. It was also about endurance. It was about carrying that weight of loss and suffering day after day, for year after year. The days slowly turned into months, and then the months turned into years. As his sickness got worse, he was abandoned. Friends, relatives, they left. Some even started whispering that he must have done something awful to deserve all this. And through all that isolation and pain, only one person stuck by him, steadfastly at his side, his loyal wife. Her devotion was just as incredible as his patience. She worked so hard just to earn a little something to feed him. It's even said that she sold her own beautiful hair just to buy them a meal. She never ever gave up on him, acting as his rock through his absolute darkest times. So after years and years of this unwavering endurance, the story finally reaches its turning point. The moment of relief arrives, and it comes in the most beautiful way you can imagine. After all those years of suffering, this was his prayer. And notice, he doesn't ask why. He doesn't demand relief. He simply states his condition to the one he knows is the most merciful. It's one of the most humble and powerful prayers you can imagine. And the response was immediate. Allah commanded him to strike the ground with his foot, and suddenly a spring of pure water just gushed out. He was told to bathe in it and drink from it, and as he did, his illness was completely washed away. His strength came back, his body was healed, and he was restored to perfect health. And this shows the divine outcome of all that patience. God didn't just give him back what was lost, he rewarded him with even more. His wealth was restored, in fact, it was doubled. He was blessed with a new family, his health was made whole again. It's as if for every single moment of his suffering, he was met with an abundance of mercy. So what do we take away from this incredible story? The lesson of Ayyub is not just some historical account.
It's a timeless guide for figuring out how to navigate the hard times in our own lives. At the very heart of this story is the concept of sabr. Now, in English, we call it patience, but it's so much more than that. It's not just sitting around waiting for things to get better. It's an active, beautiful state of enduring difficulty with total trust in God's plan, of holding on to gratitude even when you're in pain, and keeping your faith when it seems almost impossible. And that's why this story matters so much to us today. When we face our own trials, big or small, when we feel pain or loss or despair, we're encouraged to remember Ayyub, to remember that it is possible to endure with grace, and that faith isn't just for the easy times. It's most powerful in the difficult ones. And so we end where we began, but with a new question. After that kind of profound patience, what is promised? Well, the story of Ayyub offers a powerful, hopeful answer: relief, restoration, and the boundless mercy of God.